the Jai Radha Madhav song by now? Everybody knows, right? This is a very beautiful song which is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It was one of his very favorite songs, wherein it's only Krishna's names, right? And we'll see how many Krishna's names will be mentioned in this song. So just keep a count and tell what all are the Krishna's names. Okay? So let's start. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
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 Jaya Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveda Gaur Bhakt Vrind ki jai. So how many names were there in this Jai Radha Madhav song?
I counted 7.
7? Okay. So what was the names? So in the book I think there is Jai Radha Madhav song?
Yes.
Right? Which page was that? Page number 10. Please turn to page number 10. Go through the names and one by one devotees tell what is the names and what's the meaning of that. First one.
Radha Madhava.
Radha Madhav. One. What is the name?
Kunja Bihari.
No. What is the meaning of that?
He is the Madhava of Radha.
Lover of
He is a lover of Radha. Yes.
A companion of Radha.
Radha. Yes. Madhav is not actually the lover, but yeah, just Radha Madhav. He is calling with Radha. Okay, fine. What is the next name?
Kunja Bihari.
What is the meaning of Kunja Bihari?
He keeps wandering in the Kunjan.
Bihari means he is wandering. He is just, circling, or he is just, wandering around the kunjas. Kunjas means the forests, or the
Groups.
grooves. Perfect. Thank you. Grooves of Vrindavan. It's Kunja Bihari. Beautiful. What's the next one?
Gopi Jan Vallabha.
What's the meaning of that?
He is
Gopijan. Gopijan Vallabha means he is the friend and he is the heartthrob of gopis, right? Buddy, no, but not buddies, but he is the heartthrob. Vallabh means husband, lover, heartthrob, all these things. Yes, that is the Gopijana Vallabha. Yen. Girivardhari. He is the one who actually carried mountain. Which mountain? Mount Everest? Govardhan. He is the one who carried the Govardhan. Yes, nice. Which is the next one? Yashodanandan. Very easy. He is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda. Yashodanandan. Vrajajana Ranjana. Yes. What's the meaning of that?
every person in bridge. He's the
What's that, Mataji?
Inhabitant of Raja, right? He stays in Raj, right?
Not exactly.
he's
Around in Ranjan.
No.
He's basically the darling of Brajavasis.
Delighter. Who said that? Delighter. Yes.
delighter of
He is the one who actually Ranjan means Manoranjan means what? Enjoyment, right?
Brings
He is
happiness.
giving the enjoyment or
Happiness.
delight to the inhabitants of Braja. Then
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jamuna Tirtvanachari. That does that mean?
On the bank of river Yamuna.
Ha.
Vanachari means jungle
Forest.
He keeps around.
Not Vanachari. Tira Vanachari. Yes.
Tiravan, yes.
Yes. So he is actually wandering in the banks of Yamuna and also the forest in the banks of Yamuna.
Yes.
Right? So nice, beautiful. So that is how we need to learn these bhajans. And now, when we are actually singing the next time, we will be able to relish this song more, because now we know what is we are talking
You can
about.
visualize.
We can visualize. Very nice. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. So today we don't have Bhagavad Gita class. We rather are trying to glorify one of the most exalted devotees of Lord Krishna today, which is Tulsi Maharani. Yeah. So 2 days before we had the Tulsi Vivah towards the end of the Kartik month, which was Friday, and that day normally Vaishnavas celebrate the Tulsi Vivah festival, and we didn't get to celebrate on that day because normally all our celebrations fall on the following Sunday. So we get to celebrate today. We will Krishna willing, we will celebrate today the Tulsi Vivah in a most pompous way. The boy and the girl, the bride and the groom. Who are the bride and the groom? Krishna and Tulsi. They are getting ready for the wedding. Now, before that, we wanted to set the stage. We just wanted to set the mood, or set the ground, so that we can actually enjoy the pastimes of Lord Tulsi and Krishna even more better. So I'll make a humble effort to try to glorify Mother Tulsi, and I don't want to dwell more on the wedding as such, the Tulsi Salagram Vivah, but rather I just wanted to spend time on glorifying Tulsi Devi. I just wanted to understand the importance of Tulsi in our life. So before that, I seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas and the Acharyas so that I can speak the right word at the right time and also be able to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His wonderful devotees. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Sadarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vaja Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalagaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Giram Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Taivataram Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So as I've mentioned, today we will try to remember, or rather glorify, one of the biggest devotees of Lord Krishna, which is Tulsi Maharani. I don't ask this silly question of how many of you know Tulsi Maharani, right? I don't even dare to ask because everybody knows. Still I will ask, anybody don't know who is Tulsi is? Everybody knows, okay. Recently, one of the members of Trump's government, she's an intelligent director, and you know what's her name?
Tulsi Vivah.
Tulsi Gabbard. She's a devotee basically. She's following, even though she's an American, but her mother has actually accepted Hindu religion and they are strictly following that. And she is a follower of Srila Prabhupada's philosophy basically. She reads Krishna book and Bhagavad Gita basically, and then she take oath by keeping her hand on Bhagavad Gita. That's a different topic. It just came to my mind. Anyway, Tulsi Maharani, she is the most divine personality among the spiritualists, and we all know. And I mean, there is no further explanation required to that, right? And it is said that Tulsi is the most exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. And all the religionists, doesn't matter whether it is following Vaishnavism, whether they're Shaivist, or they're actually following other cult or other demigods or whatever. Everybody understands or knows the importance of Tulsi. Class is going on here or there? I was looking at everybody. Just understand, I'm all looking at your face. Huh? Everybody is thinking that Prabhu is not looking at my face, but I can see your face. Sorry. Everybody knows the importance of Tulsi, right? And even though they don't understand, Tulsi Maharani is the dearmost devotee of Lord Krishna, still they plant a Tulsi at their courtyard. Have you seen that? Everybody has got everybody who is spiritually inclined, everybody who is cultured, they keep Tulsi at their courtyard. Why? Because they know that Tulsi is a very sacred plant. You know, they actually, I mean, I can remember in my grandparents' house, Tulsi was right at the front of the house. I mean, most of you know that, right? I mean, you have. I mean, still, some of our houses, We have Tulsi right in the front. On the right side was the cattle shed. The cattle shed was on the front of our house, right on the front, not on the side or on the back. Right on the front there was a cattle shed, and on the middle there was Tulsi plant. That was the importance. So people knew that she's or the Tulsi plant was very auspicious, very glorious, right? They used to keep and worship her. But when it comes to the Vaishnava philosophy, when it comes to the devotees of Lord Krishna, Tulsi has even more importance. Because Tulsi is the dearmost devotee of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. And that's why we consider Tulsi even more important. Sometimes some people grow Tulsi in their home, they worship her. Also, when you get fever, you will pick 2-3 leaves and you will make a nice, what's that called, a decoction, kada, and you will drink that also. Actually, according to Vaishnava philosophy, you should not, right? Yes, Tulsi is a medicinal plant, but when it comes to Vaishnava philosophy, she is not medicinal, she is spiritual. Question will come, okay, so then can't I use the leaves for medicinal thing? Ideally speaking, you should not, right? Tulsi has medicinal effect, but Tulsi should be only used for offering to the lotus feet of the Lord. You can still take Tulsi leaves. After offering to the Lord at the lotus feet, you can take it, but it is even said that you should not boil it on the hot water, right?
Or chew it.
Or you should not be chewing it, right? So once you offer the Lord, you can maybe swallow it. You will still get the effect and even more.
Prabhuji, I've seen it putting in the prasadam.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's okay. Not on the hot prasadam, but on the prasadam.
I actually have seen this in New Vrindavan temple. They put in the hot, whatever curry, whatever they make. They put
Boiling hot?
Yeah.
It should not be.
No, right?
It should not be. Yeah. It should not put.
They just put
See, the point is.
one leaf they put in each.
Yeah. Ideally, it's saying that it should be lukewarm, wherein the whole idea is Tulsi we are actually considering as a human, as a personality, not as a plant, right? There are so many rules and regulations how to maintain Tulsi, how to treat her, and all these things, right? These are the basic things. Anyway.
So in cold prasadam you can put it.
Lukewarm, wherein it
But
can
somebody
take.
is going to chew it, right?
No.
If
That's
it
what
is
I'm
prasadam.
saying. We should not chew it. We should take it, swallow it.
Oh, किसी के पास हो गया?
If you know, you have to follow Prabhu. But if you don't know, what we can do, right? But if you now that we know, so nobody should chew Tulsi again. Anyway, what is the meaning of Tulsi? The word Tulsi means Tulana na asi. Tulana means comparison. Na asi means not possible. What does that mean? She is incomparable. She is matchless, right? She is great. In what way she is incomparable? It is said that she is incomparable in terms of her mercy, right? See, Tulsi Maharani is the only living entity who is present in this material world, who is an associate of Krishna. Just imagine about it. You understand what I'm trying to say? In Golok Vrindavan, there are so many associates of Krishna, right? There are gopis, there are manjaris, there are gopas, there are so many living entities who are associates of Krishna. Along with that, Tulsi is also there, right? But she is the only living person or living entity who is living right among us, who is a direct associate of Krishna. You get that? You get that or not get? Didn't get that? No. Ramesh Panda.
I'm just trying to draw an analogy,
Hmm.
parallel from They say Hanuman is still amongst us.
But can you see him?
Yeah.
Can you
it's
touch him?
Only in the statue form.
Only in the statue form. But Tulsi is still living amongst you. She's growing. You can see her grow. You can touch her. You see?
You can feed her.
You can
water
feed her. You can water her.
You can worship her. Like,
Exactly.
hug her.
That's what I was trying to say.
Got it.
Krishna is not among us. He's there. If Hanumanji is there, then definitely Krishna is there, right? So in that way, everybody is there among us. But as a present, right in front of us, right among us, she is the only one. And when we understand the pastimes of Mother Tulsi, we know that why she is so merciful. Okay. So there is something called Tadiya Seva, which is mentioned in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, I believe. Tadiya Seva is that the 4 essential things a person should be doing worship, right? 4 essential things. One is Ganga and Yamuna, these 2 rivers. The second one is Bhagavatam. The third one is devotees. And the fourth one is Tulsi. Right? These 4 things you should be worshipping. Amongst that, it is said that worshipping of Tulsi is the topmost. Right? Worshipping of Tulsi is the topmost among all these 4 sevas. And who is Tulsi or who is Vrinda Devi? Right? So it is said that there are 2 personalities, right? One is Vrinda and the other one is Tulsi, right? So we have to understand that Vrinda Devi, she is the intimate associate of Radharani. Okay? Hear it very carefully. Vrinda Devi, she is the most intimate associate of Radharani. As a matter of fact, she is an expansion of Radharani. In where? In Golok Vrindavan. Okay? And what is the activity of Tulsi Maharani? Half of the audience are looking there. What's going on there? Huh? Who? So Vrinda Devi, I'm not talking about Tulsi. Vrinda Devi, it said that she is the expansion of Radharani. And what is her duty there? She is the orchestrator of the entire activities of Krishna there. It is said that, yesterday, Friday, right? We talk about the Leela Shakti of Krishna. And it is said that Vrinda Devi is partially in charge of that Leela Shakti. Right? She is the partial in charge of Leela Shakti. Now, what does that mean? That means Tulsi Devi or Vrinda Devi rather, she makes sure that the pastimes of Lord Krishna and Radha is well orchestrated. For example, every day morning, Krishna and the gopis and Radharani will be doing the pastimes in one of the forests. How many forests are there in Vrindavan? There are 12 forests, Dwadasha forests, right? So every single day, a particular forest will be chosen. And this Vrinda Devi has got 2 assistants. And these assistants are 2 parrots, right? And the name of these 2 parrots are called Shuka and Sari. Not the Sadi. Sari. And Shuka, does that ring a bell somewhere? Right? And he is the parrot. There you go. Now you can connect the dots, right? The Shuka was the parrot who was the assistant of Vrinda Devi. And that Shuka came down to this material world as Shukdev Goswami. And from Shukdev Goswami came Srimad Bhagavatam. So these 2 parrots, the first day in the morning, early in the morning, Vrinda Devi sends these two parrots, right? She will actually send these two parrots, and what does the parrots do? These parrots will actually go and will actually find the right spot for the Krishna and the gopis to perform, or Krishna and his boyfriends also, the gopas also, to perform his pastimes. So Shuka and these two parrots will go and then find out the right spot, and they'll come and tell Vrinda Devi that, okay, I have found a spot. This is most apt for Krishna and the gopis and the gopas. So this Vrinda Devi, what she will do, she will make the best possible arrangements there. What are the different possible arrangements what she make? What could be the different arrangements? Just give some
Flowers,
Nice music.
nice music.
flowers, garlands.
Cool breeze.
Yeah,
River water flowing.
perfect, exactly. She will make sure that everything is perfectly tuned, fine-tuned. You know, it's not extremely hot.
Yeah.
It is not extremely cold. It will not be like, for example, if you wanted to go on a Saturday morning on a picnic, then we will get a weather forecast that, okay, it's going to be 5 inches of rain. Then the whole program is spoiled. No, the whole thing of this, the Braja Mandal in Golok Vrindavan is arranged by under the control of Vrinda Devi. So she will make sure that the climate is perfect. The right flowers will be blossomed. The right fruits will be there. The right level of sunshine is there. And if at a certain point of time, if the rain has to fall to enhance the mood, to enhance the mellow of the pastime, she will make sure the rain will fall. So this is the duty of Vrinda Devi. So she is the most beloved of Srimati Radharani. Why? Because she is making sure that that's true, right? For example, if a friend is actually helping us, like for example, we are in a difficult situation, and if a friend comes and helps us, right, and he will be our greatest, friend. A friend in need is a friend indeed, right? So that way, Radharani's most beloved associate is who? Vrinda Devi. We are not talking about Tulsi. Tulsi is not there on Golok Vrindavan. Understand that. Tulsi is only coming when Vrinda comes down to this material world. That's when she will become Tulsi, right? Now, coming to that pastime, like how did how did Vrinda come to this material world and take the form of a plant? Okay. So this is mentioned in the Padma Purana and Brahma Vaivarta Purana. And there are different versions to it, right? But the essence is pretty much the same. So it happened that in the Goloka Vrindavan, up there, one day Radharani saw that Krishna and Vrinda Devi is actually sitting together, and they were having loving conversations. And it says that Radharani couldn't take it. And she cursed this Vrinda to come down to this material world. Right? Now, obviously, the question will come that, Prabhu, whatever you have said now, it is contradicting. Right? One thing is that how come Radharani will curse the most intimate associate of her? Just now I told that
Who is actually expansion.
who is an expansion of her, and secondly that we were talking about this friend in need and everything. Right away you're saying like you're cursed. So how is that even possible? It is said there is no curse and sharp and everything in this spiritual world. Whatever this curse and everything is being discussed in any of the scriptures, it is for the orchestration of a bigger pastime. Right? Last day we were talking about the Brahma Vimohan Leela. That was the bewilderment of Lord Brahma. What was that for? For a bigger purpose. What was that for again? Anybody remembers?
Was to
Because
break
the
the
gopis
pride.
and the cows they wanted to
Exactly. That was a bigger purpose. 2 weeks before we heard about the pastime of Krishna lifting the Govardhan. And that time somebody else got bewildered. Who was that person who got bewildered?
Indra.
Who was that got bewildered?
Indra.
No, I think Mother Yashoda Mata.
Any other answers? Indra, right? I was just looking for other answers.
I was thinking now something interesting is coming.
That happens when a person who is a PhD, who is sitting on a 10th grade. Indra got bewildered. And that's how Indra sent all these Samvartaka clouds and everybody who just wanted to, But there was a purpose behind that. What was the purpose behind that? The whole Govardhan Leela. What was the purpose?
You can't take things for granted.
Spending time.
First is two purposes. First is break the pride of Indra. And second one is have established the importance of Govardhana, cows and Brahmanas.
Yes, that is fun. But there is even a bigger.
Wanted to spend more
No,
time
with
the
the associates here.
Because the associates, they will only see Krishna for some time. Because Mother Yashoda will only get Krishna from evening till morning. Then Krishna goes to graze the cows. The boys will only get Krishna's time from morning till afternoon. And then the night Krishna will actually go. And the other matas, the other gopis, they will only get a little bit of time with Krishna. And that too, when they go to Mother Yashoda's house, then only Krishna, they will see Krishna. So everybody just wanted that intense desire of having Krishna's association 24/7. How is that possible? Not possible, right? How can it be possible? Like, for example, if I need an association from Ramesh Pandey Prabhu 24/7, Mataji will actually kill me. I don't know. What is going on? She will be. So
She would ask, when is the next time?
It's only possible with Krishna, right? I mean, if devotees wanted to have association of Krishna, Krishna will make it happen with inconceivable way, right? So Krishna made it happen. So same way, all these conflicts, all these different, well, I don't say, I'm not getting a right word. All this kind of ups and downs, we see in the scriptures. We should not be thinking like, why it is so, why it is happening like that. This is happening because there is a bigger purpose behind that, right? So Radharani, she actually cursed for the Vrinda to go down, right? And now she has to come down. So she came down and she took birth as Tulsi in this material world. And she worshipped Lord Brahma. And she worshipped Lord Brahma and said that, I want to marry Lord Vishnu as my husband. Brahmadev said that it is not possible in this birth. In this birth, you can only, according to your destiny, you can only marry a person. Unfortunately, that person will be a demon, right? But the next birth, you will be able to marry Lord Vishnu. So, and of course, by that, she get to marry a person who is named Shankachuda, right? In another version, it is said that his name is Jalandhara, whatever it is. There are different versions to it, but let's take Shankachuda for the time being. And he was a demon, and she got married to she was married to Jalandhar, or a Shankachuda basically, and she was very chaste to her husband, and because of that. And of course, he was a demon, right? I mean, what is the nature of demons? What is the nature of demons?
He will do this. Demonic activities.
Demonic activities. Demons are basically enemies of Prabhupada says in one of the lectures, demons are basically enemies of devotees. Right? Essentially, that's the thing. If anybody who are enemies of devotees, it's called Vaishnavanam yado bhakta asurasya viparyatah. Opposite of Vaishnavas are demons, asuras, demons. So obviously he was inimical to all the demigods and all the devatas also, right? And he was not only enemy, he just wanted to kill and destroy all the activities of devotional service, right? So what he did, so he was actually attacking all the demigods, he was actually attacking the devotees. Then what happened is that the demigods are very scared of him. Why? He was very powerful. He was extremely powerful. And the Bhagavad and the Shastra says why he was very powerful. Even Shiva couldn't kill him. Just imagine. What was the reason?
He was husband to Vrinda.
Chastity is one of the reasons, but it is said that she was worshipping Lord Vishnu for protecting her husband. And in one side, just think about it. It's very interesting. The husband is a demon who is actually attacking against the devotees of Vishnu. Here the wife is a devotee of Vishnu who is protecting the husband. It is a it's a, what is that called? A catch-9? What is that called? Catch-22 situation, right? It's a difficult situation. Like what can we do? Either the Vrinda is an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. She is actually worshipping him wholeheartedly, protecting the husband. In Prabhupada says in one of the purports. See, there is a saying that behind every man, successful man, there is a
Loving wife.
Not loving wife, a woman behind that.
Surprise wife.
No. There is a woman behind. Basically, wife. Yeah, it's wife. True. I mean, it can be mother, it can be wife, it can be sister.
He spoke loudly because he is listening.
And this listening. I think Mataji has fed him nice chole, paratha, and all this.
24 hours.
It actually came from our Sanatana Dharma. These things came from the Sanatana Dharma. Why? Because the prayers and the chastity and the purity women is keeping is what gives the strength and the success to the man. And this is actually from the Shastras, Prabhupada quotes. And that is what this saying has come, and that is true also, right? The prayers of the mother, the prayers of the husband, of the wife, the prayers of the sister is very, very, very potent and powerful. And that's what is actually keeping the men very successful and going. And Raksha Bandhan is one of those rituals by which the sister is actually blessing the brother, right? Irrespective of the age, whether it is elder or younger, she is binding that in his hand and say that let the rest of the year may Lord protect you. And that is a big protection, it's a very powerful protection. So there is a woman behind every man's success and every man's protection. So here she was actually very much ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, and because of her power of devotion to Lord Vishnu, the demigods couldn't, even Shiva couldn't defeat her. And then this all the demigods went to Lord Vishnu asking what is the solution for that? And Vishnu said that I see this is a game of providence, and now it is time for me to interfere. I will do the things which is necessary. Now what did Vishnu do? He actually came, and here the battle is going on between the Shangachuda and demigods, and between him and the Shiva and other demigods. Here Lord Vishnu took the form of Shangachuda, right, as her husband, and he came to her house. And when she received him as her husband, that moment her chastity was broken. Shocking, right? And then the moment that thing she accepted another person, even though is Vishnu, that was broken, because that is a pure, that is the pure, that is a purity with that's the chastity, is the power which was actually making him grow and grow, right? At that point of time it was broken, and Shankachuda was killed by Lord Shiva. And then it is said that she cursed this person without knowing that he is Vishnu, that okay, you will become a stone, right? And then the demigods came and revealed that okay, he is not Shankachuda, he is Lord Vishnu himself. And then she said like, okay, I will take back my I'll take back my curse, because all this husband and everything is completely depending upon you only. End of the day, you are the husband of everybody, right? What is that? Aham bija. No, it said that Tomeva Tomeva Mata Pita Tomeva Sakha Tomeva Dravidam Tomeva Mamadev. You are everything for me. You are my father, you are my brother, you are my son, you are my husband, you are my lover, you are my Dravidam means even you are my wealth also, right? So everything is you only. And all this husband and wife is just a connection which happens in this material world for that one lifetime. But eternally, we are all belonging to you, Krishna or Vishnu. So she says that, and I'll take back my curse. But then Lord Vishnu said, no. There is a reason why these things all are happening. There is a reason these things are all happening. So don't take back your curse. This is a providence, or this is something part of a script. So I will take your curse to become like a stone, but you have to accompany me as a plant, right, in this material world. So she said that by all means, and then he said like, I will fulfill your desire that you will marry me, but in the form of a stone. And that stone is called Shaligram, right? And that Vrinda, who has taken the form of a plant, is Tulsi. Now that we know the story, just go back and find out why Radharani was cursing Vrinda. Was she jealous? Can somebody comment on that? Was she jealous of Vrinda? What was the reason?
The pastime.
Why this Leela has to happen? Huh? Yes. Otherwise, Tulsi Devi will not come down to this material world. Saligram will not come down to this material world. We will not get to speak about Tulsi Devi. We will not able to get all these pastimes. We have to understand beyond all this conflicts, there is an ultimate reason for that. Remember last time I was talking about these different pastimes. What is these pastimes are for? For whom?
Pleasure of devotees.
More than pleasure of devotees?
Purity.
Set some
To bring
example.
purity.
Set some example, yeah.
To bring purity in devotees by
And by
doing more devotional service.
And then by giving purity, what will happen?
Go back to God.
Go back to Godhead. That is the main purpose. Just imagine like that. Bhagavatam is not there. Bhagavad Gita is not there. Lord Krishna's pastimes are not there. No spirituality in this world. What will happen to us?
DODD, non-stop birth of dead.
I need some comments and some interactions, please.
More Netflix.
More and more Netflix, yes.
There won't be any inspiration in front of us, right?
There won't be an inspiration for
doing they are setting us an example, right? How to do devotional service, how to go back.
We don't know anything about devotional service in the first place. Because I told there was no Bhagavatam, there is no...
If they were not there, right?
If they were not there, what will happen to us? Just imagine about it. Yes, these demons, right?
Everybody will be Ashura.
Everybody will be
Ashura.
Asuras. Yes.
Because
And then any other thoughts? What will happen? Yeah, that is true.
the wild.
We Okay, rephrase it.
There won't be a direction.
There won't be a direction. Good answer. Yes.
Nobody will
There's.
be able
What
to
is a
follow.
direction? Tell me more about it. What are we looking for?
The path
Path for.
to devotion and to go towards
Okay.
to eternal, I don't know.
There is no light.
Correct answer. That's. See, I'm actually joining the dots now. Everybody said the right answer. See, we will be going on and on and on and on, right? Like for example, Prabhu, my lecture. Assume that my lecture is good. Assume, okay? Don't take. It's okay. Oh, Prabhu said that's very good. And Sunny Prabhu is giving me inspiration. Pidamba Prabhu is giving me inspiration. All of the Prabhu said, Prabhu, go on. I want to hear more. I will speak for 3 hours. Prabhu, go on. I'll speak for 5 hours. Prabhu, okay, very good. Somebody will look at the watch just to show me that, okay, I'm tired. Somebody will actually stretch, somebody will yawn, somebody will actually do like that, just to give me indication that enough is enough, right? And then, okay, I gave class for 8 hours, right? Now, the same Pidambar Prabhu is actually looking at me, Prabhu. Right? We have to stop somewhere. How many hours we will watch Netflix, Prabhu? How many hours we will actually go through these miseries? At one point of time, I think most of us have not reached that point. We are still chewing the chew. That chewing gum, example? We just give that chewing gum and they just chew and chew and chew. And at one point we need to spit it out, aren't we? Do we just keep on? How many hours we chew the chewing gum, Prabhu? An hour? 2 hours? 3 hours? Right? Maybe a record-breaking 5 hours, maybe. But how many we have this charvida charvinanam? In the Sanskrit, what is the meaning? What is the word for chewing gum? Just note it down. Charvida charvinanam. Go to Walmart and say that I want one charvida charvinanam. And then if he is a devotee, he will ask what flavor you want. I want mint charvida charvanana. Right? Right? That is what it is. So we are just chewing the chew and then initially we'll get some flavor, some taste, some sweetness, something is there, thing is there. But just keep on chewing and chewing and chewing. And that's what Mataji was rightly saying. There is no direction. I don't know what it is, but I know that this has to stop. Right? I know this has to stop, but I don't know what direction, where to stop, how to stop, and things like that. Anything in this material world, just tell me, anything in this material world will help us to stop this birth, death, old age and disease? No, nothing. Nothing in an arsenal, nothing. Only the scriptures. And scriptures very emphatically and very powerfully and to the point says that whoever hears my pastimes, whoever become my devotee will never come back to this material world and he get liberated. And we are actually thinking that, okay, Prabhu, what is this? What is the proof for that? What is the proof for that? Well, are we asking for the proof for everything we do? This time, I was actually flying from Edmonton. Last week, I was in Edmonton. And in Edmonton, I was having, the flight was having and the last Sunday was a thunderstorm or something. And it was having a severe turbulence in this thing. And it's pretty much like as if the flight is being shaken like this. And then we were just calling Narsimhadev and we literally did a Narsimha Puja inside the flight. But what I'm saying is that before getting into a flight, we don't ask for the pilot to see that, show me your experience certificate, please. I want to show that you are having at least 10 years experience to fly the flight and then only I'll get into this thing. No, we just believe that, okay, this flight will take me from this point. And that too, we are in the middle of the air. Had it been on a taxi or a cab, and that too, I landed at 1:30 night here. And the person, I took an Uber. The person who was driving me here, he was sleeping. Seriously, Prabhu. I can see from the mirror that he was just sleeping, he was dozing. I asked him to stop. Right? It was terrible situation. Anyway, I'm just saying, at least if you are on road, you can ask him to stop. But in flight, where will you ask him to stop? There is no stop. Right? You are in Trishangu. You are completely at the mercy of the Lord. Completely. Even anybody stops going in the flight, no, you don't get ticket at all. We don't ask for a proof. We are putting a life in stake. But when it comes to spirituality, we ask for proof. Show me the proof. Tell me that, okay, I want to do this thing. Where is the proof? Can you show me Krishna? Right? But Shastra, that is a faith. Right? Adau Shraddha. What does that mean, Prabhu?
The faith is the foundational first stage.
First thing, right?
To start the bhakti process.
Yes. There are enough examples and situations in this material world to prove that there is a superior God. Do you agree to that?
Yeah.
There are more than enough examples and symptoms and proofs that opportunities and proofs that there exists a supreme power. Everybody agrees to that, right? And if there is something like that, why can't we just at least gamble? I just use that word. Why can't we just gamble? What does a gamble means, Prabhu?
Take a chance.
Take a chance. Take a chance and believe. Now you see, one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada. You know who Srila Prabhupada is? Who is Srila Prabhupada? He is a founder Acharya who is there in the picture, the big framed picture. He is a founder Acharya of ISKCON International Society for Krishna Consciousness. When he came to New York, one of the reporters at the initial stage asked that, Swamiji, I see that you are asking to do this devotional service, do the chanting, do this kind of things. And at the end of the life, what if you don't see Krishna? What if there is no Krishna? End of the life, we find out that there is no Krishna. What if? Srila Prabhupada said, okay, let me ask you another question. You don't believe in the Lord, God. Okay, don't forget about Krishna. You don't believe in God. You enjoy your life. You just do whatever you want, right? And at the end of your life, what if there is Krishna? At least we are not losing anything. We are actually having a very cultured, refined life. We are not short of any festivals. We are not short of any food. We are not short of any facilities. Everybody is living a very normal life, but a refined life. Aren't we having festivals? We do. Aren't we having sumptuous prasadam? We do. Aren't we having families? We do. Aren't we having the jobs and the positions and all the other things? We do. So what are we lacking? Tell me, what are we lacking?
More festivals than
Anybody, right? And what are we lacking? We don't lack anything. Plus, we are getting Krishna. What if there is a 50% chance? What if Krishna is there? But if you just gamble the life without Krishna, what if he is there? What if he is there? You are losing sight, right? You are not getting him, right? So that is the thing. So it's very extremely important that we have to understand the importance of the Shastras and putting our faith in that. And just gamble this one lifetime. One person was actually looking for diamond, not diamond, the stone, the precious gem in the river bank. Okay, he was just taking he was taking the stone, looking at this thing. Oh, this is not. He was throwing, taking another stone. No, this is not. Throwing, taking another stone. Now, after some time, this will become a practice. Take this thing. This will become a practice. This will become a muscle memory, right? And then he just took at one point of time, what came? The real gem came, and he just threw it. See, one time in Diwali, one guy was actually throwing the crackers, right? He was having a lamp in his left hand and a cracker in his, small cracker. He was just lighting and throwing it like that. At one point, he threw the lamp itself.
The cracker in the hand.
You don't have to tell what happened, right? That's happened. What happens if this become muscle memory, right? Anyway, I just came to my mind. Bad joke. And he was throwing this stone. See, we were just throwing this stone just like that. How many births we have taken? How many births? How many of you are sure that previous birth I was a human being? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We don't know. But we know for sure that there was birth before. We know for sure that there was a life before, right? There is enough evidences that there is reincarnation. There is life after death. So it is. So we were just throwing this thing. A cat body, dog body, an eagle body, a monkey body, a whale body, a worm body, a human being body. But at least we got, after 8.4 million species of bodies is what we get this human being. And what is the speciality of this human body? Can anybody tell from the back? Not you, bro. Your thing is done. Your quota is finished. Somebody else from the back, please, if I can get some interaction.
You can go back to the Krishna. If you get the human
How?
body, and you know the chanting and
You can speak.
Sorry?
You can speak.
You can speak?
Yeah.
Parrot can speak also, very nicely. Parrot will say, if you say hello, parrot will say hello. Right? Intelligence?
Mind.
See, other animals also have. See, have you seen the nest of a bird? How nicely, it's an engineering marvel. Spider web, that's also an engineering marvel, right? What else? So it's not intelligence, it's not basically intelligence.
Mind.
Choose the path to go to Krishna.
You can think, yes, that is a good answer.
Consciousness.
Consciousness, yes.
We can think past like the animal, eating food, sleeping. We can think past that and onto a higher level.
Very good. Very good. Any other thoughts?
We have discriminatory mind.
We have discriminating mind as in?
We can distinguish things.
Like?
Good and bad.
Yeah, like that.
Good and bad means what? Like for example, oh, I don't like this.
Even like humans have the higher intelligence for God realization.
God realization. That is a better answer.
Is
Yes.
false ego something to do with that?
Not really. See, there is a shloka in the Shastra said, Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunam. What are those? Ahara,
Eating,
Nidra,
sleeping,
Bhaya,
fear.
fear, protection, self-protection.
Yeah.
Maithunam, procreation. 4 things. These 4 things is Samanyam, Edat, Pashu and Nara. Samanya means common. Amongst who? Pashu, Nara. So, if we are only doing these 4 things, we are also called animals, right? But what makes the human being separate from these 4-legged or these animals? What is that thing? Dharma, right? It is a dharma, right? Okay, let's give 2 minutes for Tulsi Maharani to come. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Everybody saw Tulsi Maharani? Do you want 1 more minute to see? Okay. Alright. So that is what dharma makes us completely different from these animals. Right? And that is what makes us to, and only human beings will be able to understand God. Right? Why? Because that is the special faculty only human beings to ask questions. Right? Only human beings can ask the questions. If the human being is not asking the question, he is just simply doing these 4 things, that means he is a 2-legged animal, Pashu. So all these scriptures which is written for us to understand and go back to God. Right? And that is the whole purpose of the whole Leela. Otherwise, that was a question which I asked in the first place. What if there is no scriptures? There is no pastimes of the Lord Krishna. If there is no Bhagavatam, Imagine there is no story of Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. Imagine there is no story of Krishna not killing the Kaliya. Imagine there is no story of Krishna stealing the butter. Imagine there is no story of Krishna, Brahmadev stealing the covered voice and this whole Brahma Mohan Leela. What if these Leelas were not there? If these Leelas were not there, we will not able to understand Krishna. Like for example, how do we develop an attraction towards a person? How many of here are the fans of Rajinikanth? Don't raise your hand. It's an embarrassing situation. I'm basically from South India, so I can only imagine about Shah Rukh Khan, right? Maybe from now. Everybody. Oh, how do we become a fan of Shah Rukh Khan? Do we know Shah Rukh Khan personally?
No.
How come? The pastimes he has shown in the movies. He was a hero. He was actually fighting the villain. He was actually climbing the train. So many things. And we just started becoming like fan of, Shah Rukh Khan. Right? Rajinikanth fans are crazy. That's another level of thing. Swaminathan Prabhu. People are so crazy that they will see these Rajinikanth movies for 30 times. Still, they will actually, you have to see these Rajinikanth movies in the theaters, right, Prabhu? First day, first show. They do Abhishekam and all this guy. Can you imagine? They will do milk Abhishekam. Whatever. Temples. So many crazy things are going on. How do we develop? It's people wanted to throw their life for this insignificant, stupid people. They are nothing. They are doing all this nonsense behind the scenes. Yet we think them as God, and we are keeping temples for them. How? Because of the pastimes they show on the thing. But here is Krishna, knowing that we are so pathetic. We are this kind of low-class people, and he wanted to show this kind of majestic things in order to attract him at least. So that look at this pastime, get attracted to me, and thereby come back to me. There is no other way. There is no other way. What is the flower? The bee is coming and sitting on the flower, and the bee is actually drinking honey. What is the secret behind that whole process? Can anybody know? The secret of that thing is pollination. The flower becomes having a very bright petals, nice fragrance, also honey. And why all these things are arranged? To attract the bee. Now what will happen when bee comes? The bee will come, first bee will actually see a very nice bright flower. It will come near to that. Then it will get the fragrance. Then it will come closer. Then not only that, it has to sit there, and he has to arrange a feast also. So the flower will arrange a feast. What is the feast? Honey. The bee will actually sit there, drink the honey. Now unknowingly something else is happening. What is happening? The pollen is actually coming and sticking to these legs of these bees. Now this bee will actually go to another flower, sit on another, and automatically behind the scene, without anybody's knowledge, even without knowing this bee's knowledge, it's a big thing is happening, which is pollination. That is nature's wonderful design. Just imagine. These are the things which makes us to understand and realize that there is somebody who is a grand person who designed the whole cosmos. Everything is symbiotic. We are also like bees. All we need to do is hear these pastimes. The nectar is there, the honey. Remember we were talking about pibande. They drink this nectar. Unknowingly, the things behind the scene is happening, which is cleansing of our heart and going back home, back to God. So we just need to understand. It's very, very important. When I'm telling the stories, it's not about the stories. We need to understand the tattva behind that. And we should not simply say that, why Radharani was talking like that? Why Vishnu was actually breaking her chastity? It's all like superficial things. It's all superficial thing. at the end of the day, it's all about bringing in a higher purpose. And what is the purpose? Bringing this wonderful devotee to this material world, which is living amongst us. Which is, who is that? Tulsi Maharani. So that is the glory of Tulsi. So let's spend another few more minutes to understand like what are the important pastimes of Tulsi Maharani. Not pastimes, but instances. See, Tulsi was one of the means by which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. How many of you know about that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Everybody with me? Yes. Few more minutes and I'll wrap it up. Sorry. Few more minutes. So who is Tulsi Maharani? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna himself, Radharani, right? So Advaita Acharya, he actually worshipped, and when he saw that the whole the material world is actually not a safe place, not a good place, everybody is struggling. Even though Krishna conscious, even though Bhagavatam is there, even though everything is there, people are still not getting it. Even though Vedas are there, even though Shastras are there, even though Brahmanas are there, even though deities are there, even though sacrifices were there, people are still not getting it. So that means I need to even give a much more simpler and easier way. So he was praying to the Lord that how can I bring Lord again? Because Paritranaya Sadhunam, Dharma Samsthavanarthayam, I will come down again and again. That's how Krishna says. So Krishna, so he was thinking like, is that even possible to bring Krishna again? Because I can see that if people are going like that, there is no ways and means by which these people get liberated. So people are not understanding anything. People are not following anything. They are becoming demoniac and demoniac. So I need to give a very, very, very basic minimum way by which to uplift these people. So I need to invoke Lord Krishna. So he was referring to this Gautamiya Tantra. There is Shastras. And in the Gautamiya Tantra, in the Shastras, there is mentioned that the easiest way to bring Lord Krishna down or to invoke Krishna is by offering Tulasi along with Ganga. Remember the Tadiya Sevas which talk about? The first one was Ganga, right? Ganga, Tulasi, Bhagavatam and Vaishnavas. So he was referring to the Shastras that the easiest way by which we can get the Lord come down is to offer Tulsi with Ganga Jal. So he was offering Tulasi with Ganga Jal to the Saligram Shila, and that's how Lord Krishna came down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is one of the importance of Tulsi Maharani.
Who was offering?
Advaita Acharya. In the Panchatattva we say, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar Sri. So that makes, out of that, Advaita Acharya. In the Govardhan Leela, how many of you have heard Govardhan Leela before? In Govardhan Leela, remember Krishna has taken the form of Govardhan mountain and he was taking all the prasadam, all the food. And the Govardhan, the Vrajavasis were actually looking around and they were collecting all the foodstuff from all the places, and Govardhan was eating and eating. There is no stop. And one of the old, intelligent person told that we cannot stop Govardhan like that. What we have to do?
Tulsi.
We have to put one Tulsi on his mouth. And when you put one Tulsi, Govardhan will be satisfied. And there is another beautiful pastime about Tulsi Maharani is, how many of you heard about this Tula Bharam pastime? How many of you heard? You heard? Go ahead, Mataji, tell me. Yeah. Satyabhama was Krishna's one of the prime queens, right? Satyabhama, Rukmini, Jambavati, all these are prime queens of Krishna in Dwarka. Satyabhama had one quality, I would say, not a bad quality, but a quality. What? She was a little proud and a little short-tempered, I would say. And she always thinking that Krishna is mine. And she will get ignited just like that, very easily. A little short-tempered. So she was having that pride that she belongs to, Krishna belongs to her. So Krishna wanted to smash that, and also wanted to show to the entire world about the importance of Tulsi. So he made a plan. And the pastime happened so that one day Narada actually came to the Dwarka. And Satyabhama, greeted Narada, and very nicely. And then Satyabhama becomes so happy with Narada, said like, ask me anything you want. I will give you anything. I'm so pleased with you. So Narada said, give me the most precious thing what you have. Satyabhama said, oh, that's all. And she took the most precious jewel from her locker and gave it to Narada. Said, this is the most precious thing. Narada said, oh, is this? You don't have anything more precious? Then she said, oh, Narada become greedy nowadays. So she go to the locker, took the entire jewelry and gave it to Narada. Said, okay, enough? I said, no, you don't have anything more precious than that. Then she was thinking like, no, what? That means you need everything? Then Narada, she went inside, collected all the jewelry from all the places, all the lockers, and then she gifted to Narada. Narada said, no, these are all material things. You don't have anything more precious, very close to your heart? Then she started thinking, oh, now I understand where he is going to. Then he asked the question, what is the most dearest thing to your heart? And then she hesitantly said, Krishna. Okay, give it to me. Now she had given the word. What is the word she has given? I'll give anything what you want, the most thing. And then Narada said, okay, Krishna is your precious thing, just give it to me. So she had to give Krishna to Narada. Now she begged, please give it back. Please give it back. Now I understood where, the mistake I've committed. But Narada said that, okay, fine, I'll do something. So you're thinking that you can buy Krishna, or you can actually, think Krishna is more precious. So Krishna is equally precious as your jewelry and ornaments. Do one thing. We'll put a tula. Tula means a balance, a weight balance, right? And on one side we'll put Krishna, on the other side we'll actually put all the jewelry, whatever jewelry you have. And the moment Krishna comes up, that many jewelry I will take home. So that way I can give you back the Krishna. She was very happy. Thank God, right? So she was very sure that, okay, I have enough jewelry and enough ornaments and enough gold in my house that I can actually easily overweight Krishna. So the arrangement was all made, and Krishna was laughing inside. The whole thing is orchestrated by him only. Krishna he didn't say any word. He just sit on one side of the scale, and she started putting all the jewels and ornaments and everything, and then and it just started becoming like big and big. Still, Krishna's scale was not moving a millimeter. She started putting everything, and now she's scared again. What is going on? We have started putting 3 times the weight of Krishna, so-called weight of Krishna, and he's not moving. She was just going around frantically and asking for the jewelry from all the queens, everybody. Please give whatever you have, because otherwise we will lose Krishna. And then she got all the ornaments, and then finally she went to Rukmini. Rukmini said that, what are you doing? You cannot purchase Krishna like that. And then she said, like, what should we do now? Give me a way. And then Rukmini started thinking like, okay, there is one way. I know from the Shastras that there is only one way by which we can actually satisfy Krishna, and that is offering Tulsi. So it is said that Rukmini Devi asked like to take out all the ornaments. She took out all the ornaments, and she took one Tulsi leaf and she put on that scale. And then what happened? It balanced, and Krishna actually came up and Tulsi came down. And that way she understood, who Satyabhama and all other queens understood, that Krishna can be satisfied by offering a Tulasi, right? there was one more pastimes wherein 4 Kumaras. These 4 Kumaras were, devotees of, they were not devotees, but they were not actually personalists. They were impersonalists, Mayavadis. What does that Mayavadi mean? They don't believe in the form of the God. They just think that God is a power, a bigger power. So they were just like that. So it so happened that they wanted to make a visit to Vaikuntha, right? To see Lord Vishnu. So they went there, and then they saw that these 4 Kumaras, it is said that in the Bhagavatam, when they reached Vaikuntha, what happened is that the smell of Tulsi came. Bhagavatam says that, right? It is said that Tasyaravinda Nayanasya Padaravinda Kinjalka Mishra Tulasi Magaranda Vayu. The Magaranda Vayu means the fragrant smell which is carried by the air of what? Kinjalka Mishra Tulasi. Krishna's lotus feet has got a smell. Not our lotus. Our feet has got a different smell. Krishna's feet has got a... Actually, what is the fragrance of Krishna? Remember, we are talking about every detail of Krishna is given in our scriptures. What is the smell? Somebody has got a body smell, right? Body thing. Not the fragrance, but somebody will actually having some bad smell. Somebody will be neutral. What is the fragrance of Krishna?
Guru, Tulsi, Guru.
It is said that Krishna has got the smell of lotus mixed with tulasi. Yeah. So the fragrance which is coming from the lotus feet, and in the lotus feet there is tulasi. And these 2 fragrances, when they entered the nostrils of Kumaras, they were impersonalists. Immediately they become devotees. Immediately. There is one other pastime of this fragrance when I was talking about this fragrance suddenly. See, in the Rukmini Haranam, how many have heard about this Rukmini Haranam pastime? Right? Rukmini said a love letter to Krishna saying that, okay, tomorrow there is a wedding. My brother has actually arranged a wedding with Shishupala. I am actually become your lover, right? I cannot marry anybody else, so you come and help me. So she wrote a love letter. She sent it. That's the first love letter in the whole history. A beautiful love. Bhagavatam, the whole love letter is there. Sritvan Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Srinvadamte. Beautiful love story. The whole love story is there in the Bhagavatam, the love letter. She sends it with the Brahmana. Brahmana goes to Dwarka. He gives to Krishna. Krishna, overnight, he took the chariot and comes here. And the Brahmana said that tomorrow morning is a wedding. So she will be going to the Mother Durga's temple, right? And she will be waiting there for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, wedding. So if you can reach there in the 30 minutes, and then whatever you want to do to take out this Rukmini, do that. Otherwise, she will give up her life, So she came to the Durga temple. She was praying to Mother Durga to give Krishna as my husband. And she was just looking and just praying, and with one, she was praying and she was looking. Praying and looking. For whom? Here Shishupal, Dandavakra, all Jarasandha, they were all just waiting outside. Just, they were so, what is that called?
Impatient.
Impatient, right? For what? To get Rukmini. Rukmini was the most beautiful and the most qualified lady in the whole universe at that point. She is Mother Lakshmi herself. And just Shishupala was on cloud 9. He just can't wait. It is said that when Rukmini was looking outside for Krishna, few people who are sitting on the elephants, they fell down. Why? Just looking at the face of Rukmini, they just fell down. Murchida, they just got fainted. That was the glare of Rukmini's face. So beautiful she was. She was Lakshmi herself. And she was just looking and then just praying and looking and praying. And immediately Bhagavatam says, the smell of Tulsi came. The smell of Tulsi came. The moment she knew that the smell came, she knew that Krishna is here. And then it's just like, how many of you have seen this Avengers? And in Avengers, there is one character called, who is that character who actually goes like the lightning speed? Flash. Right? So this Flash character, I'll tell you, this Flash character has been stolen from this Rukmini Hanuman. This thing. Okay. So tomorrow you should, instead of watching Avengers, go and watch this thing. You'll get a better experience. Krishna came just like a flash. He just came there. She took Rukmini's hand, put her on the chariot, and just drove back. And everybody was then just looking like that and gone. Just like a flash, you know. But Rukmini knew, Rukmini knew that Krishna is coming. How? Tulsi Gantham. The moment she knew that Krishna is coming. That is the benediction of this, this thing. So Tulsi Maharani is very, 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 very auspicious. It is said that Shastras, Acharya says that everybody should have Tulsi at home. Everybody. I don't want to say this statement, but it is said that if the Tulsi is not there, that home is a desert. Why? Because Shastra says that the presence of Tulsi makes that house protected. That house protected from all the ill things, even the Yamaraj. Yamakingaras will not come there. All the bad omens, all the bad things will be dispelled because she is a living devotee of Krishna, the most intimate associate of Krishna who is living among us, living and breathing. I know that is difficult for us. I also had very difficulty in growing Tulsi in our house. But don't worry, we have expert Matajis who have been expert in growing Tulsi. Take advice of them and then speak to them. They will help you how to grow Tulsi. But it's very, very, very extremely important. We should have Tulsi at our home, right? And one more thing I'll tell. All the devotees who are strictly following the Vaishnava philosophy should be having a Tulsi Mala, right? Because every time we need to have a Tulsi Mala, because you never know what time we are leaving this body. And when you are leaving this body, it's very, very important. This is mentioned in different Puranas, Padma Purana, Skanda Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana. When we are leaving this body, we need to have this Tulsi. When this Tulsi is not there in your body, that means you can be attacked by the Yamakingaras. You can go to hell. Simply because the Tulsi is there in your body, you can be saved from going to the hellish planets, and you can even go to the heavenly, higher planets, right? And that's what Tulsi is extremely important. Worshipping Tulsi, that means there are Navavidha Bhakti which is mentioned for Tulsi herself. Like, growing the Tulsi, watering the Tulsi, offering prayers to Tulsi, doing worship of the Tulsi, circumambulating Tulsi, watering Tulsi, right? And offering the lamp to Tulsi. There are different 9 types of, in the Garga Samhita, it is mentioned there are 9 types of Tulsi thing. At least we should be doing few. What are the things which we can easily do? We can actually obeisance to the Tulsi. We can offer water to the Tulsi. We can actually circumambulate Tulsi. All these things we should do. And if anybody has any difficulty in growing Tulsi, we are there to help you. But it's extremely important that we should do that. Okay? And with that, I'll stop here. And we just wanted to thank all the devotees who are patiently hearing that, because I just wanted to give that importance of how Tulsi is important in our devotion service. And without her, Krishna won't accept anything. Without Tulsi, even if you make Chappan Bhog or whatever, if you don't put one Tulsi there, Krishna won't accept it, right? So Tulsi is extremely important in our life. So now we'll be having the most auspicious ceremony of wedding between Krishna and Tulsi, and then we will be getting the blessings of them. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande.